You'd mentioned earlier about the fact that the first 4 episodes is really the rise of Elizabeth Holmes. Like you see her from a child all the way going through all these different experiences. When you're telling a story like that, as in you're watching somebody sort of go from childhood all the way up to basically stardom in whatever field that they're in, is there something in the way that you light them or you film them that supports this idea of a character becoming bigger and more influential over time?
Michael and I talked about this idea of like, she's always moving. Like she's just always moving. She's always trying, going, reaching, trying to like make something happen. So in the beginning, we just really wanted to be with her and to be like moving with her wherever she was going, we were going with her. And then when she gets to the glass castle in Page Mill, you know, visually it just visually changes so much because she's in this vast building, and that building was huge. We took over a building in Culver City, which was like, you know, a 2-story, like massive compound. And I think that they put in $150,000 worth of glass into the floor that became her office. I mean, Kat like made this like, and she was referencing the actual Theranos. They put in this like round conference room that was just like round, all glass, and put in all these glass dividers in this floor that was like, it was like the size of like a football field, and it was just empty. And they put in all this glass and dividers. So in there, you know, we really wanted to sort of like shoot like just everything. We wanted the world to just get bigger. Like her world just gets so big, and we're always like looking at her through glass or moving through this massive space and just being able to sort of isolate her in different parts of the frame. And so, you know, I think that more than other things I've done, I feel like her visual evolution is so apparent just in the script even, you know, because her environment changes so much.
Something that I noticed that was kind of a unique approach to the way that you treated Elizabeth Holmes' character with the camera in the framing is that you didn't seem to do that kind of typical cinematography approach where you shoot somebody a little lower and up a little bit higher to give them that grandiose sort of feel, like the camera angles under their eyes looking up. You didn't seem to do that very much. It almost seemed like the bigger her world got, the kind of smaller she got within it. I saw a lot of headroom. I saw a lot of like shots of people around her that really accentuate how she's much shorter than her like bodyguards or whatever. I felt like she was wider in the frame a lot of the times. And I'm curious if that if that was something intentional in order to make her feel almost like this world that she's creating is sort of crushing her a little bit.
There's one scene where Ian Gibbons, played by Stephen Fry, who is a prince, he is kind of like calling her on her shit in her office.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I kind of like looked down on her specifically because she's kind of like caught. But other than that, I just really wanted to be on her eye level, what she's experiencing in her world. But then again, as her world gets bigger, I did want it to feel like things were sort of overcoming her a little bit, because I just think the lie just gets so big. You know, you have to like visually communicate the weight of that somehow.